Traveling in India is inherently chaotic, but the best way to get around all that chaos is a tuk-tuk. Hello! Good morning, vagabrothers. Welcome back to Rajasthan. Right now we are in the city of Udaipur, known as the City of the Lakes. It's surrounded by lakes. And this morning we're starting things off with a little bit of chai from the chai wala here. And we have a very interesting day planned. I will let Marko bring you all up to speed.
I mean, I'd rather just let you guys see it as it unfolds. So we're gonna go, first things first, to the lake around which the entire city is built.
What's going on with this mustache?
Okay, the mustache. These guys are giving me shit for my mustache. The truth is that I first got... Excuse me. The truth is that I first grew a mustache when I was here 9 years ago in Rajasthan, and the locals told me I just had a little baby mustache, just like Alex's little baby wavy mustache, and I started pulling it. They're like, just pull the edges, and they showed me it will eventually curl into what it is now.
So Mark has been pulling himself for the last 10 years?
No, last 30.
And it looks like it's finally starting to get there.
You will see the transformation will be complete. As I continue on this journey through Rajasthan, I will become a Maharaja beard mustache man.
Well, traveling in India is inherently chaotic, but the best way to get around all that chaos is a tuk-tuk. Hello! They kind of just swerve around and get through any gap. Not like there are really any rules of the road here in India. It's just kind of like, go for it. Well, the first destination of the day is the city palace here in Udaipur. Udaipur is known as the White City, as you can see. A lot of buildings are painted white. Like many other cities in Rajasthan, it was once ruled by its own Maharaja, the Maharaja of Udaipur. So this is his palace, and we are gonna go inside.
Honestly, this is like got some of the best souvenir shopping in all the world. The original bohemian style came from people who would travel to the east and bring back cool stuff. And this is literally like an emporium of awesome things. There's leather bags, there's like textiles, there's cool rugs.
It's really cool. The mustache?
Yes. See, some people appreciate the mustache out here.
He has a mustache though.
I got Rajasthani mustache.
That's cool because you look Rajasthani now.
Yeah. There we are. Thank you, man.
Can't play.
Ladies and gentlemen, a monumental discovery has been made. I think I've finally solved the eternal question of what happened to Tupac Shakur. He is here, and there is proof. I figured it out. There he is, Tupac Shakur. Didn't go to Jamaica. He came here to Rajasthan, to India, to live out the rest of his days as a Raj, which is not a bad call.
So this is a cage to trap tigers and trap panthers, and that one over there. All these gates are big enough to let an elephant pass through because historically elephants were like the tanks of Indian armies. They were heavy lifting materials, they could carry things, and they could ram doors. So you see the gates right here actually have spikes on them, which was a defensive measure to stop elephants from charging and hitting the gates with their heads. Now we're inside the City Palace complex at Udaipur. This is one of the most magnificent buildings in all of Rajasthan, and it is the largest palace in the state. It was the capital of the Mewar kingdom. If you remember, we said Rajasthan means land of the Rajas, land of the kings, because there were about a dozen independent kingdoms throughout this whole land, and this was one of them. The Mewars were a warrior tribe. They fought off foreign invaders, most notably in a battle with Akbar. Akbar was from the Mughal Empire, and they were invading from around Afghanistan area. This palace complex was built before that invasion because the local Maharaja had been walking through this area and found a hermit who suggested that he change his capital here. It's actually a really good defensive location because it's surrounded by mountains and it's right on this lake. So it made it hard for foreign invaders to come in. Although they did lose the battle to Akbar and became vassals of that empire and later the British, you can see that this building fuses Mughal, Arabic, Muslim architecture with Rajasthani styles.
All right, well, our tour through the City Palace continues. Right now we're kind of like up at the top. This is where the Maharaja used to kind of hang out, take in the view. It's extremely crowded nowadays. This is a very popular tourist site here in Udaipur, but it's easy to see why.
So this is the peacock. This is the royal bird of Rajasthan, and you can see why. Because the Maharajas, they definitely peacocked with their style. They would go very, ostentatious and flagrant, and it's a really good style. But much like the peacock, they like to strut the stuff.
Something that continues to happen to us here in India, it's pretty funny. People would just walk up to you and ask for a selfie, or in our case, we were just sitting on the bench and they just sat down in between us and
They
demanded a photo. But then again, I think that Carlos brought up a good point that it's kind of like karma, because we travel around and take photos of people all the time, everywhere we go. So, it's only fair that...
What can we not? Can we say no? I mean, we'd be...
No,
what are we?
We have to say yes. So we're just going to be floating around on Facebook with a bunch of total strangers and smiling faces and doing the double peace sign. Alright you guys, it's lunchtime. We have some malai kofta, we got some chicken tikka masala, garlic naan, mixed veg, and...
Bindi.
Bindi.
Bindi is okra.
Ladyfingers. You're eating ladyfingers?
Yeah, bindi. I know all the Hindi I know is basically just a menu.
All right, you guys, we are in the middle of the VR shoot and we've stumbled upon a cow in the middle of this alleyway. The local ladies are blessing it. They're giving it a puja, which is a prayer or a blessing. And Marko is feeding the cow.
I just gotta say, this whole trip is making me super nostalgic of being here 9 years ago. And it's like so different because when I came here, I had 1 month of time. I had just finished college. I just finished working for 4 months in Mumbai, and I had a month of free time just with no plans, and that is really the way to travel India. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in all of my travels, which is why we decided to come back here to film these VR videos in Rajasthan.
I'm just blown away by how different these two places are. Like, this is my first time in India. This is like the 3rd day that I've been in India. My first experience was Jaipur, the capital of Rajasthan, which is much drier, it's bigger, it's louder, it's a little bit more chaotic, but coming to Udaipur was just such a surprise. It's lush and jungly, and there's this beautiful lake. There's multiple lakes in the region. And it's just way more mellow and slow, and it's been a very pleasant surprise. I have to say, if I had to choose between the two, Udaipur is the clear winner for me. Okay, well, next stop is this museum, Museum Bangor Ki Haveli. It's right next to the lake here in Udaipur, and there's going to be like a bunch of traditional dances and traditional music, and it should be pretty interesting. So let's go check it out. Alright, well, that's the end of the show. These are the very talented dancers. They did such an incredible job tonight. Thank you. Thank you. You want me to sit there? Okay, well, it's been an incredible day in Udaipur, just hanging with the dancers. You guys did such a great job. Thank you so much for the entertainment. Yeah.
His name Rekha. Yes. Bhagwati.
Bhagwati.
Priyanka.
Hello.
Hi. Sima.
Hi, Sima.
Jivan
Das.
Cool. Can I give you guys high fives? High five. Well, that was an incredible way to finish an awesome day. Udaipur, by far my favorite place so far on this trip. So much to see, so little time. Every day here is like an eternity, but those dancers were incredible.
Yeah, it's such amazing beauty, the way that they were like presenting themselves. I think it's a really cool insight into the Raika tribe. That was the Raika tribe and their traditions. But we'll see more of them at Pushkar Camel Festival. We're going there next or later in the week. Anyways, we're sticking around Udaipur tomorrow. We're going to do some more fun stuff before continuing our journey through Rajasthan. So stay tuned, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your travel buddies, subscribe to vagabrothers and turn on notifications so you can get all the rest of the videos from this series.
And in the meantime, remember to stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the road tomorrow in Rajasthan.
Namaste.